yogis, welcome back to Yoga with Leanna. For today's class, you don't need any props or anything, just a mat and yourself. So come on and get ready and we'll get started. Alright, let's get started lying on our backs with the bottoms of your feet together and your knees wide for Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined Baddha Konasana. You can take any position with your arms that you'd like. I usually tend to do the cactus arms just to open up the chest a little bit more. And this pose is meant to just be a real nice opening of the inner thighs. So allow your knees to just gently draw down towards the floor. If this is ever not comfortable for you, you could bring blocks under your knees as an option. Let's just take a few deeper breaths in and out through the nose. Feeling the belly rise, the chest. And also try to feel that breath all the way to the back of the lungs, expanding through the back of the ribs. We're going to keep the right leg as it is in Supta Baddha Konasana, but let's bring the left leg into Happy Baby. I usually grab a hold of the inner heel. I have to lift the tailbone a little bit to get that grab. And then once you have it, try to relax the tailbone down onto the mat. Bring your left knee really, really wide, a little bit wider than the shoulder. And then with the left foot that you're holding on to, just press it up a little bit into your hand. This version of Happy Baby is a lot more intense than the other version with both legs in. So if it feels a little bit more intense for you, just know that's normal. Bring your left leg back into Supta Baddha Konasana. And we'll switch sides. The left leg stays as it is, and the right leg comes into Happy Baby. And make sure that right knee is nice and wide. And then just gently press your right foot up into your hand. Turn into Supta Baddha Konasana. Just take a breath there to reset. Good. Draw your knees together and hug your knees into your chest. And then just rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe massaging the low back. And then as you're ready, either rock and roll forward and back until you can come into down dog, or sometimes I don't like doing that. It just doesn't feel good on my spine. So if you don't like doing that, just roll to one side and make your way up. But we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Our garden's really kind of coming to its peak at this point. We've got the sunflowers going and tomatoes everywhere. The last couple weeks, I think, though, that we're gonna have before the first frost comes in. All right, down dog. Now let's try to keep some tone there to the legs. You can always bend the knees quite a bit, but keeping the tone to the legs, it's as if you've got a block between the inner thighs, and like you're just squeezing in on that block. At the same time, try to spread the sitting bones. To let your head and neck hang heavy. And take a couple ujjayi breaths here, just some deeper breaths in and out through your nose. And there should be a little pause at the very top of the breath, and that same little pause at the very bottom of the breath. You want to try to maintain that same breath there throughout our entire class. Good. Inhale, come forward into high plank. Find that little pause. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Find the little pause. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, peel the heart up, baby cobra. A little pause at the top. Exhale, lower down. A little pause at the bottom. A few more times. Inhale, peel up, elbows pull in and back. Exhale, lower. Good. Stay strong in the legs. Inhale, peel the heart up. Exhale, lower. Good. One more time. Inhale. Feel that strength in the back of the body, all those muscles around the spine. Exhale. Good. Press back into child's. Knees wide, big toes touch. And make your way into down dog. Inhale, send your right leg up and back. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. Good. Press very, very strongly into your left hand as you lift the right knee. I'm trying to breathe some space into the right side ribs. And inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, look forward, step your foot to where your right thumb is, and then spin the back heel down. Good. Most of you, and let's just all do it, bring the front foot a little bit more to the right. Wider is always a bit better. And then with the front foot, act like you want to drag the yoga mat back. So the front foot presses down and pulls back. With the back foot, act like you want to drag the mat forward. The back foot presses down and pulls forward. I especially want you to focus on that strength in the inner left thigh. So really find that stability there. Reach the heart forward. And then try to keep that tone to the legs. Inhale, warrior one. And stay for the exhale. Let's take a few breaths here. Engage that left glute. And firm the outer hips in. Good. One more inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, bring your hands down. And step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Actually, inhale, send the left leg up and back. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. I was thinking into the future. Good, let's lift that left knee nice and high and then press into the left hand. Try to breathe between those left side ribs. Good. Inhale, square off the hips, three-legged down dog. Exhale, look forward, step your left foot to where your left thumb is. Spin the back heel down. Good, then right away, find a bit more width to the stance. So rather than heel to heel, the front heel is a little bit more off to the left. Good, with that back foot, press into the mat and pull forward. So you want to feel that that back leg is strong, the inner right thigh is working. With the front foot, press down and pull back. Lengthen the collarbones, towards the front of the room. I'm all tongue-tied today. And then keep that tone in the legs. Inhale, reach your arms up. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana A. Stay for the exhale. And we'll take a few breaths here, really working on that leg strength. It's almost as if you've got a beach ball between the thighs, like you want to squeeze it. That right glute is strong. And try to zip up the navel. And inhale, reach to the fingers, look up. Exhale, hands down. Step back, down dog. And inhale, glide forward, high plank. Pause here in your high plank. So not a whole lot changes from high plank positioning and alignment to chaturanga, especially with the quads. So really engage those quads and try to lift the hamstrings closer towards the sky or the ceiling. Okay, so those legs have a lot of tone to them. Lift the navel up. The tailbone draws towards the heels. And the collarbones are broad. So they're kind of smiling across those collarbones. Good. Look forward in front of you a little bit. And come forward to your toes. Don't change anything else in the body. Bend the elbows as you reach the chest even more forward. Because those elbows squeeze in. Quads are strong, belly is strong. Good. Flip your toes. Straighten the arms. The heads of the shoulders draw back as the heart reaches forward. Press into the tops of the feet. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. I always like to go through it slow. Really nail that alignment. And now we'll come into some sun salutation bees, just to build a little bit of heat. Inhale, bend your knees. Look forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, press into your shins. Reach the collarbones towards the front of the room. Exhale, fold. Release the head and neck. Good. Chair pose as you inhale, Utkatasana. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, stand up, reach up, engage the legs. Exhale, bring your palms in front of your heart. And then let your palms face forward, mountain pose. Legs are still strong. All right, sun B. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair. Inhale in your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step or float back into a high plank. Feel your strength here. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows in, heart forward. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press into the feet, press into the hands. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot to where your right thumb is. Spin the back heel down. Warrior one with your inhale. Press into the feet as you reach up. Good. Exhale, come right into your chaturanga. So left heel spins up. Step back as you lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the left foot to where the left thumb is. Spin the back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Squeeze that imaginary beach ball. Exhale, chaturanga, right heel up as you step back and lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Look forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana as you inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, stand up, really reach up, little back bend. Exhale, palms in front of the heart. Palms face forward, mountain. Good. One more round of Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair. Inhale in your chair. Exhale, bow. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, step or float, high plank. Exhale, look forward, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Heads of the shoulders back, collarbones forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the right foot for warrior one. Inhale, warrior one, reach up as you press the feet down. Exhale, Chaturanga, option to keep the right leg lifted. And the left toes then stay curled in your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the left foot for warrior one. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, Chaturanga, that left leg can stay lifted, but then the right toes stay curled when you come into up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Sink lower as you exhale. Inhale, stand up, reach up, engage the legs. Exhale, palms in front of the heart. Palms face forward, mountain pose. Be still here for a breath. And let's make our way back into chair. I know, right? So many chair poses. What are we doing here? This will be the last of, well, there's a few coming, but one of the last. All right, trying to shift a whole lot side to side as you pick the right foot up to just hover above the mat. If that outer left hip is still firming in. And nice and controlled, bring the right knee on top, maybe even double wrap for eagle. Let's go left elbow on top, full eagle. Good, notice your hip points and try to get them to square to the front of the room. So usually that means the left hip point has to move forward a little bit. The right hip point has to draw back. And squeeze the inner thighs together and squeeze the outer hips in. Try to bring a little bit more weight into the left heel as you reach the fingers up towards the sky. If you fall out of it, no worries, it's a balancing pose. It happens, just come back into it. We're going to unravel everything, but reach the arms straight up and reach the right leg straight out in front of you. Really use that right quad and firm the outer left hip in. Lift up the navel. And let's come back into chair. You can inhale in your chair. Exhale, sink lower. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, palms in front of the heart. Mountain pose. Be still here. Let that run through you. Good. Let's come back into chair. And again, try not to like shift everything to one side when you pick up that left foot. Just really lightly pick the left foot up. So much stability there in that standing leg, the right leg. And we'll start to bring the left knee on top, crossing, maybe double. Left elbow on top. Garundasana, eagle. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Square the hip points to the front. And try to breathe into the back body. Relaxing both sides of the neck, relaxing the jaw. And tuck the tailbone towards the heel. Unravel, stand up on the right leg, arms up, left leg straightens forward. You really got to use the strength of that left quad. Try to lift up from the hamstring, outer right hip in, reach for the fingers. And return into chair. Inhale. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, palms in front of the heart. Palms face forward. Pause there. Relax. And inhale, sweep the arms. Lift the low ribs. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together as you reach the collarbones forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back into a high plank. Then bring your left hand a little bit more forward of your face for side plank. Left hand down, right arm up. For this side plank, I want you guys to squeeze the inner thighs together. Find that strength in the adductor muscles, those inner thighs, by squeezing. And then see if you can lift that left hip, the bottom hip, a little bit higher, contracting the left side obliques. Open up across the chest, almost squeezing the shoulder blades together a little bit behind the back as you press through that left hand. Inhale, find a high plank. Exhale, second side. Right hand a little bit more forward of the face. Right hand down, left hand up. So, the top hand, it's like you want to touch the ceiling or the sky, whatever's up above you, but the bottom hand wants to press through the floor. Squeeze those legs together. Even feel that in the quads. So the inner thighs are squeezing, but the quads are helping with that squeeze. The outer hips are helping with that squeeze. And try to lift the bottom hip a bit higher. Doing all that stuff, try to keep the neck in a neutral position with the chin away from the chest. All right, high plank, take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, pause at the bottom. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let that go. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot for warrior one. Last time on this side. Inhale, warrior one. Find that same strength in the legs that we worked, but then interlace your hands behind your back. I'm going to call these the heads of the shoulders. You want to roll the heads of the shoulders back. You also want to roll them down, so back and down. Keep that leg stuff going as it was. Take an inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, humble warrior, right shoulder to the right knee. Notice what shifted in the legs. Try to come back into that same warrior one alignment in the legs. Usually got to firm the outer right hip in a little bit more. And then pay attention to what the shoulder heads are doing. A lot of times they sink down towards the mat. I want you guys to move the heads of the shoulders as far away from the mat as possible. So it's like the knuckles are gonna touch the ceiling or the sky. Let your head and neck hang heavy. And keep a strong connection to the back foot. Good, strong transition here. Inhale, warrior one, press down, reach up. Keep a good bend in the front knee. Exhale, warrior two, open it up and adjust your stance. Bring your awareness to the back hand, the left hand, then bring it behind the low back. Try to grab for the front inner thigh. And then coming into half bound side angle pose. Right elbow goes inside of the right knee. And then with that right knee, the front knee, press it into the elbow. But with that right elbow, press back into the knee. So building some strength to that inner thigh as it's being lengthened. That right hip crease is going to draw back as the heart reaches forward. And then try to roll the left shoulder on top of the chest. You can look anywhere that you want. If you can look up, look up. Good, strong transition. Inhale, warrior two. Reach back to the back hand. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Reach up and back. Allow that to feel nice there in the right side waist, between the right side ribs. Really reach those right fingers up as the right foot presses down. Good, bring the arms out nice and wide. We're coming back into warrior two. I know, find your warrior two. Come into that same half bound side angle pose. And this time option for the full bind. So that right elbow goes underneath. And you try to grab for whatever you can. One day maybe you grab the left wrist with the right hand. And notice what happens. The chest usually collapses towards the left side. Try to bring your chest away from the left side by reaching the collarbones towards the front of the room. That left shoulder still tries to draw on top. And then press it at the feet to get some lift away from the mat. Maybe looking up as a last step. Strong transition. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, warrior two. Good, bend in the front knee, reach back for the back hand. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach up and back just for a breath. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Step back, downward facing dog. Right into the second side. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step the foot for warrior one. Inhale, warrior one. Take a moment there just to get into that engagement, that alignment with the legs. And even though we're working hard here, try to keep the face soft. It's always the hardest part, but just try to relax the jaw and the brow and all that stuff. It's a similar deal here. Clasp the hands behind the back. And this time, even though you want the heels of the hands to be moving towards each other, you want them to be here, kind of act like you want to pull the hands apart. When you do that, you'll feel a little bit more opening to the front of the chest. Try to keep that action as you take an inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, humble warrior. Outer left hip is firming in still. You're still pressing the feet into the mat to get some lift. And then those knuckles are trying to touch the sky or the ceiling. Really strong legs, stabilize through the core. Inhale, warrior one, press into the feet as you reach up. Exhale, warrior two, open it up. We know what's coming now. So Get ready for it. Warrior two. That right hand wraps behind your low back. Try to grab to the left inner thigh. That's whatever you can grab there. And the left elbow is going to come inside of the left knee. You can always have a block underneath that hand if you want one. I tend not to use the blocks because it kind of makes me slouch. So that left elbow is pressing into the left leg as the left leg is pressing back into the elbow. That left hip crease draws back as the collarbones reach forward. Maybe you look up. Inhale, warrior two. Reach back to the back hand, bend the front knee. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach up and back. Ooh. Take a moment here, enjoy this stretch. Come back with the arms wide. Find your warrior two. And now we'll take that half bound side angle pose with an option for the full bind. Just grab for whatever you can, and then notice when you collapse to the right, move your chest away from the right. So the left outer hip firms in, and you reach the collarbones forward. Press into the back foot, get some lift up out of that left hip, and breathe. Inhale, warrior two. Oh, that was tough. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg, reach up and back. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga or skip it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Relax what you can relax. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, bring your knee to your right upper arm and then just pause. Try to lift the knee nice and high and try to squeeze it into the arm. Then look forward and reach the collarbone forward. Inhale, send your leg up and back. Exhale, twist, bring the knee to the left upper arm. There's that same action of looking forward, pretty far forward, and then reaching forward so you're up really high on those left toes. Good. Inhale, send the leg up and back. Exhale, lightly step your foot between your hands. Warrior two. All right, coming into fully bound side angle pose, or anywhere before that you feel comfortable staying. So maybe it's even just side angle pose. You can totally stay right here. If you're taking the full bind again, let's play with bird. So you step the back foot to parallel the front foot. Shift everything into that left foot as you draw the right knee up towards the shoulder. Try to straighten that standing leg and firm the outer left hip in. Lift up through the sternum. And then squeeze the right inner thigh into the right arm as you straighten the right leg. Bird of paradise. We're going to come out of it the same way that you got in. So let's meet in fully bound side angle pose. Find your stability there. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. And just a few moments, take triangle, kind of as like an unwind from that pose. down in front of the front foot. Bring your hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, send your left leg up and back. Exhale, bring your knee to your left upper arm, pause. Look forward. Reach the heart forward, coming up really high on the back toes. Lift the knee higher. Inhale, send your leg up and back. Exhale, twist to the right upper arm, lift it high. Reach the heart. Inhale, send your leg up and back. Exhale, lightly step your foot between your hands. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana B. So you can totally stay in side angle pose. Or you can come into that fully bound side angle pose. For bird, step the back foot in. Parallel the front foot. Shift everything into the right leg. Draw the left knee into the chest. Yes, into the shoulder. Try to broaden across the collarbones as you straighten the standing leg. And really squeeze that inner left thigh into the arm as you straighten the left leg. Relax the face. Good. Come on out the same way we got in, as much as you can. Fully bound side angle. Find your alignment there. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale. I've never been so happy for triangle pose. Triangle pose. Look down, bend the front knee, bring your hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale forward, high plank. Optional chaturanga or hold your high plank. If you're holding high plank, keep the quads firm. We'll meet back in down dog. And then just walk the hands back to meet the feet. Take a little bend in your knees. And grab a hold of your big toes with your peace sign fingers. If that doesn't work, you can always grab a hold of the elbows. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, bend the elbows and fold. If it feels okay here, you can kind of try to like spread the sitting bones or just kind of soften the sitting bones. I always like a little bend in the knees though. Release the toes and then bring your left hand so it's a little bit in front of the face. Bend your left knee and peel your right arm up. Reach those left side ribs forward. Maybe look up to the right hand. And switch sides. Bend the right knee. Peel the left arm up. Your fingers are moving in opposite directions of each other as much as you can get them to move. All right, left hand comes back down. And slowly crawl back out. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Relax here for a breath or two. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, step your right foot outside of your right hand. And come into this lunge with the arms inside of the front foot. Okay, so the first thing I want you guys to work on here is engagement of the legs. So same thing as in Warrior One. It's like you're squeezing a big beach ball between the thighs. Really engage that left quad a lot. And then reach the collarbones towards the front of the room as much as you can. So none of that stuff changes. Just walk the hands back and shimmy your right shoulder underneath your right leg. Doesn't have to go crazy far deep. And once you get that look forward, keep reaching the collarbones forward and shimmy the right foot kind of like off the mat to the right and forward. The elbows are going to bend back like chaturanga as the heart reaches forward, and then squeeze the leg muscles to lift. Ekapada koundinyasana. Also known as the pose you get into for a second or two and then you get the hell out. All right, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot outside of your left hand. And that right quad should be really, really firm. That entire right leg is so strong there, lifting. And the collarbones reach forward. Keep that same tone of length as you walk the hands back. Shimmy the left shoulder under the left leg. And then the left leg has to walk forward and off to the left. And it's going to guide your heart forward. Keep looking forward. Elbows are like chaturanga now. Squeeze the leg muscles to lift off. Ekapada koundinyasana. Okay, let's meet in down dog. Actually, let's meet in child's pose. Child's pose. Let that go. Breathe into the back of the lungs. And let's make our way back into down dog. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Exhale, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, press into the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And let's bring your feet nice and wide to the width of the mat. And bring your hands in front of you. Just step your right foot to the back of the mat, all the way back, and then drop the back knee. Good, so lizard. Let's bend the back knee, and then reach back with your left hand for the top of your foot. If you can't get the foot, just get a strap or a t-shirt or something to wrap around there so there's something you can hold on to. Then once you do have that, bring your hand to the big toe side of the foot and attempt to square the left shoulder to the front of the mat. And then notice if you're just kind of like slouching down towards the mat, get some lift. So you want to be pressing the mat away actively. Keep that as you bend the right elbow and reach the heart forward. Gently release the back foot. Let's lift the back knee back up. And we'll step the back foot forward into this like wide-legged fold. Let your head and neck release. And then second side, step the left leg all the way back, all the way back. And drop the knee. Coming into lizard. Good. Bend the left knee, reach back
with the right hand. And notice where your left hand is. If it's like way back here, it's not going to be very good at supporting you. You want it to be a little bit more forward of your shoulder. And actively press the mat away as you reach the heart forward and bend the left elbow. Release the back foot. Place your hands down, lift the back knee. Step forward, wide-legged fold. And we're just going to turn to face the left side and come into a wide-legged forward fold, like actually really wide, with the toes in a little bit and the heels out a little bit. And coming into a nice twist here, bring your left hand in front of your face. So you should be able to really balance on the left hand as well as both feet. Start to peel the right arm up. And notice what happens with the hips. They might shift over to the right. That's totally fine. Allow that to happen so your pelvis is rotating. And then look up to the right hand if you can. Reach the left side ribs towards the left bicep. Gently release. For a moment, just hang between sides. And then it's the right hand down. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Begin to peel the left arm up. It's totally fine if your pelvis shifts over to the left. Try to just allow it to do what it does. And get those shoulders out of the ears. And try to rotate a little bit more from the ribs, the thoracic spine. With every inhale, try to lengthen the crown of the head towards the left side of the room. With every exhale, try to just unwind that twist a bit more, I guess, wring out that twist. Good. Bring your left hand back down, release. Let the head and neck hang heavy. And let's step to the top of the mat and come on down to your seat. Okay, let's lower all the way down to the back. And we'll take a couple of back bends. So for bridge, you want the knees to be right over the ankles. Press into your feet to lift your hips. Option to stay right here, or you can interlace the hands and shimmy the shoulders underneath the body. Press into the shoulders and the upper arms to lift the chest higher. Press into the feet, engage the glutes to lift the hips higher. Feel that strength there in the back of the legs. Ready to lower down. First lower the upper back, and the middle back, and then the lower back. And let your knees kiss, feet wide, and rest your hands on your belly. Okay, let's do one more back bend, either bridge again or full wheel. So same exact setup there, knees over the ankles. Place the hands wider than you normally do. So usually the width of the mat is what I like to see. Press into the feet to lift the hips. Press into the hands to come to the top of the head. Pause there, make sure the elbows are right over the wrists. tuck the chin. Lower the upper back, and the middle back, and then the lower back. Now let's let the bottoms of the feet come together. Cactus the arms, Supta Baddha Konasana, same way that we started. Relax the jaw. Gather the knees back together. Let's just take figure 4. Right ankle, left knee. Draw the left leg in. And take a moment just to breathe into the outer right hip. Switch sides. Okay, slowing everything down. Come on out of that. And then we'll just take one final pose of your choice. I'm going to do a twist on both sides, a nice passive twist. But up to you, whatever's calling to you today. Twisting or doing anything that has a second side, just move into that other side. Nice and slow. Inhale back to center. And exhale, ease your way into Shavasana. Adjust however you need so you can be comfortable. And you want the back of the neck and the sides of the neck to be nice and long. So allow the base of your skull to just pull back slightly until you feel that length. Soften chest. Soften the groin. Notice both hands touching the mat. And let them be heavier. Notice your feet touching the mat. Allow them to be a little heavier as well.
your feet onto the mat. And then roll to your favorite side. And pause there for a moment. Just like you're waking up in the morning, palms together, elbows together. And just take a moment here to be grateful for something in your life. Maybe it's multiple things, maybe it's a person. Just offer up that gratitude. Keeping your eyes closed and your head heavy. Press yourself up into the seat. Let your palms press together and bow your chin to your chest. Take a deep breath into your nose. Pause at the very top of the breath. Sip in a little bit more air. Lift your chin, open up your mouth. So nice to practice with you all. As always, have a great rest of your day or your evening. Namaste. I love hearing from you all, so if you liked the video, please leave a little comment. And if you'd like to see any other videos from me, please let me know. So thanks so much, everybody.